I'm here with Jack Westbrook, who is the Libertarian candidate in District 13 Congressional race. Thanks for joining us, Jack.
It's my pleasure.
All right, let's get started with COVID-19. How would you rate Congress's response so far? And if elected, what would you do differently, if anything?
It's real easy to, do the hindsight's 2020 thing. I think that I would have a more libertarian response where people are more free to do what they think is best. But I think leadership should give us some good guidance as to how we are going to live our lives and what we're going to do. Hopefully people will do the right thing.
And with early voting underway, President Trump has been signaling that the security of mail-in ballot may be in question. Do you believe that election results could be compromised?
Election fraud is always possible. I was a document control manager for many years, and we say if it isn't documented that it didn't happen. And so we're in the 21st century. I can pull out my phone. If I have my mask on, my phone doesn't know who I am. So, we have the ability to validate who we are and how things are done. So that's not going to happen this election year, but I'm hoping that in the future, we'll use that kind of technology so we can validate. When I was in the military, people sent me a ballot. I asked for that ballot because I knew I was going to have to vote that way. And so I think if we ask for a ballot and send it in, that's legitimate.
And our final question for you, District 13
Sure.
covers a lot of miles. What do you believe is the biggest issue facing the district? What are your plans to combat that issue?
I will have to say that I don't know that this is the biggest issue, but I know the issue that I hear the most. And that has to do with our infrastructure whenever it comes to internet service. We have people who live out in the country and they have terrible internet service, if any. And so I hear them talking about that, and even in Amarillo, I found myself in a situation where I was moving into a new house. In our new house, the internet service that was available was with a company that I hadn't had good experience with, and so I wanted something else. I ended up using satellite service just like a lot of people in the rural communities do. And so I feel for them when they say, hey, my kids are trying to do their homework. We got 3 kids, they're all trying to be online. It's really tough. And so I think one of the things we need to do is focus on the communication for that time period in our future so that, everybody has access to the internet.
Of course. Well, thank you for taking the time today, and thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.